folks, and welcome to It Came from the Discount Bin, Episode 5. I am your host, well, kind of co-host, Andrew Walker. And of course, I always have with me
Alexa Harnack.
Mickey Jackson.
Mickey Jackson. Jackson this time.
Jackson this time.
Jackson this time.
I won't forget.
And the last few episodes, we've talked about some kind of horror movies, some very strange, weird movies that may or may not have given us nightmares. But this week, it was Mickey's idea to do something a little more lighthearted. Some of our favorite feel-good movies. And Mickey picked two, I believe, or did Alexa pick two? Alexa picked two. Mickey picked one, and I picked one. And I know a lot of these films are nostalgic for all of us, but for different reasons. And
not as mainstream as maybe some could be, but still wonderful in our eyes.
Yes, yes. So we're going to start off with one of Alexa's, Muppets Treasure Island. Alexa, what do you remember, or when do you remember seeing this for the first time?
I think, like we were talking about a few minutes ago, I think we may have seen it in the theater. Maybe our grandma or aunt may have taken us to see it. What always stands out to me, and is still my favorite part of this movie, is the rat cruise. How Rizzo turns
he turns it into a cruise ship
so
experience.
And that's what I remember is the rats being on the jet skis. You know, there's these scary pirates, and then there's the rat cruise.
Just completely oblivious to what's really going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't care where they end up. Apparently, they're on this island, or there's people.
I do have to say, the Muppet Rats were always some of my favorite Muppet characters because they're hilarious.
And Rizzo's just like, I'm not going to miss out an opportunity to make money, so he turns it into a rat.
If there's no treasure, at least we make out some money.
Yeah, I know at some point I had seen this movie before, but it had been so long that I honestly didn't really remember any of the main plot points of it or anything.
I had never seen it.
Oh, really?
This was my first time.
Yeah, I watched it last night, and
I did too.
Yeah.
Andrew and I not sleeping watching Muppet Treasure Island.
I watched Harry and the Hendersons and this last night, back to back, and I did sleep okay. I got a good 2 or 3 hours.
Does it feel good?
Good 2 or 3.
But no, it's just like all the other Muppet movies. I loved it. They're always a lot of fun. It's a movie that parents can watch with their kids because the parents will enjoy it too. It's not one of those.
There's always those little bits that jump in that are more for like an older kid or an adult. Would you kind of catch that little joke?
Yep. And I think the movie makers do that on purpose just to keep the parents like satisfied, and they'll know like, oh, at least this will be partially enjoyable if I spend $25 to take my kid to see this.
Agreed.
Or if it's a movie that your kid's going to watch hundreds
and
of
over
times
again.
Every Saturday.
Unlike Barney, where you want to maybe like kill yourself. But,
maybe you'll have a laugh from the Muppets.
This you could watch over and over again and be pleasantly surprised.
Towards the beginning, like one of the things, and again, watching these as I'm older and things that stand out, right, that I'm sure I didn't notice when I was a kid, but one of the things I wrote down as a quote from towards the beginning when they're still at the pub, Jim and Rizzo and Gonzo, and Jim's like, oh, I want to be a pirate, you know, and they're outside doing something, and Jim says, I hate my life, and then Rizzo says, I hate your life too, and then Gonzo says, if I had a life, I'd hate it.
I did. I noticed there were a couple
like
quotes
that.
there. Yep, hilarious. I like the barmaid. She asked the cow, "Are you drunk again?" Little things like that were hilarious, probably throughout the whole movie for me.
I'm trying to think, because Tim Curry's the only person in this movie that I recognized.
Yeah, same.
What do you think that was like on set? Tim Curry do you think he would like talk, like when the camera was off, he would like talk in between takes, he would talk to the Muppets as if they were like real people and stuff.
I'm wondering because I was just
Muppeteers.
talking with Alexa about he was fresh off of from 1990 that It TV series
Yes.
that he did, and
yes.
I noticed myself, not to draw horror back into this, but
Oh
he was
no.
making some faces, like some of the things when he would like, and he would laugh like that. He did that in It, and it's so ingrained into my mind that when he would do things with his face like that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to stop being
gonna
like
need a
that
moment.
character. He was kind of playing
Sure,
into that again.
because like he has very distinguished eyes and
Yeah.
and smile, so you're gonna see it.
And there
a
was
lot.
a lot of different things, like the way he was talking, different things. But I think he can do weird real well. So you could probably see him sitting around having, like, playing cards with Muppets or something.
Did you ever see Rocky Horror?
Yes.
Okay.
love.
Because I have not, and we need to.
Whoa. Okay,
we
we
need
got to do that for sure.
we need to do that sometime in the
Yep.
future. I know that
I
was.
have seen it once.
Oh man, you got me beat on that one. I know it's something that I need to see, and everyone's, oh, Andrew, you're a
Yeah.
huge movie guy, but you've never seen that.
We'll
I'm
have
sorry.
to do a cult classic episode because that's one of those true.
Every
cult
episode is a cult
classics.
classic.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Let's call it a mainstream
Mainstream cult
classic.
where people still go to midnight showings
And
and
throw toast and
Yeah.
do all their crazy things.
but yeah, like I was saying earlier, it was a lot of fun. I loved watching it, and it reminded me of how much I love A Muppet's Christmas Carol, which
I can't wait to watch it.
is probably my favorite Muppet movie. But the ones before this, I don't think I'd seen,
So
or the ones before the Christmas Carol, I haven't seen, like the one that came out in the 70s. I've never seen it.
Muppets Take Manhattan
Yeah.
was, what did I just say, 83 or 84?
That's we were talking about
Yeah.
that.
That's my favorite, just because
I haven't
when I
seen
was
that
little,
one
I
or
grew up on
Space.
that one. It's funny. And then Muppets in Space was another one that I saw, but that was like 1999, something like that. It was in the 90s. That one was hilarious to me. It was, what was our prawn, our one of our favorite characters.
Pepe.
Pepe.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Pepe is hilarious. He's top tier favorite, one of my favorite Muppets. So I've seen those. I've only seen the Christmas Carol a couple times.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna add that to my
That's
Christmas
good.
watching list
Yeah.
while I'm laid up from surgery. So I'm gonna watch that because this renewed my love for Muppets. Because
Yes.
I used to watch the Muppet Show when I was a kid. I mean, when I was little, there wasn't much on. When you're sitting at your grandparents doing nothing and you're the only kid begging for a cartoon to come on regular TV. These kids don't know how good they have it.
On demand.
But I like that Tim Curry was kind of a bad guy, but not a bad guy. Like, he had his moments, where like he let, Jim escape, and then at the end, they had their moment. And then
Yeah, he throws him the compass.
Yep. And the boat
Yep.
sank anyway, so he still didn't get away with all the treasure.
So this movie had a budget of 31 million, but it only made 47 million. And I was thinking about that, and it came out in February, which is January and February are the worst times
Mm-hmm.
for movies to be released. And I thought, why would well, I don't know if it was actually Disney at that time, but why would the distributor put that out? Maybe they didn't have faith in it that it would really do that well. I don't know.
That
It
seems
might
more
have-
like a summer movie.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Disney because I did catch a Mickey Mouse reference in one of the jokes.
Okay.
Oh, I think, but I can't remember. But I know
it
what
was
you're talking about.
the shrimp or the lobster that was his parrot.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
he made a reference to it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I couldn't remember if Disney had owned the Jim Henson
At that point,
production company at that point, but yeah, they did. It seemed like this would be like a May movie, that May or June. Like, okay, now
You
the
would think
kids
so.
kids are out
on
of
spring
school,
break. Yep, they're
and
gonna-
it would have made 120 million instead of 47 million. But I don't know. But only a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought it would have been quite a bit higher. I don't know.
maybe pirates were falling out of favor all of a sudden at that time.
I think
Before Pirates of the Caribbean brought it back.
Yes.
I think at the time, this came out in '96, that the general population might have kind of had enough of the Muppets at that time, because they had been out for 20 years at that time, roughly. I think they
Right.
came out in the mid '70s,
Yep.
and I think it didn't seem like it was a must see movie
Yeah.
at that time. I don't know,
No.
but yeah, I was trying to make sense of that. Like, it didn't make that much money, and actually, probably once you factor in the advertising and everything, it probably didn't really make a profit, but whatever. But still a lot of fun.
Oh, very feel good.
Yes.
Like you said, there's a lot of those cute little things that are always heartwarming, like the fiend that comes in and he, instead of having one eye patch, he's got two, so
I
he
had
can't
that written
see.
down too.
And he's like, he says a blind fiend, and he says they
Blind
prefer
fiends.
they
Yes.
prefer to be called visually challenged fiend.
And he had the double eye patch. I had
Yeah,
that
but he had the
written
double
down,
eye
too.
patch. That was hilarious.
And when the bar lady was saving them from the pirates coming with the black spot, and I'm fairly certain there was a part where she was kind of just like knocking them over with her body.
Yes.
And there were like bowling pin sounds. Like
Yeah. Oh,
like when they would fall over, it sounded like
I do
bowling
love a
pins.
sound effect comic relief
Yes, yes. I was
ad.
like, did I just hear that?
And it's something I always love, and that the Muppet Show and movies always have a lot of our just the sight gags, like the visuals,
Yes.
similar to the sounds, like you were just talking about the bowling pin sound. And it seems like comedies today don't really have that much. They don't rely that much on sight gags. Like, hey, we need to bring that back. But
I agree.
so anything else you wanted to talk about for that movie?
I think just in general, I enjoy how Gonzo and Rizzo break the fourth wall, and we'll talk directly to the audience because
Yes.
they do that, of course, in the Christmas Carol.
That's right,
As
they
well.
do a lot. Yes. Let's go on to what Mickey picked. Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons.
1987, is that correct? I
Yes,
think?
1987.
When I was a kid, I remember there would be, I think it was reruns at that time, reruns of the TV show. That's the dad was played by the judge from Night Court.
Oh, yes. I loved Night Court. I loved it.
I
was
forgot.
gonna say I remember the show. I don't remember.
Now,
the
see,
movie.
I don't remember the show. Like, what year did the show
I
come out?
think a couple years later, like 90 or 91.
Okay, I don't remember the the TV series at all. But this movie was one of those I played all the time. Like,
So
on
the
VHS.
the show, it was a sitcom where it was like on an actual set, with like 3 cameras,
Okay.
multicam with an audience. So it was very different than the movie.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't even know the movie existed until way, way later after I had seen that. And I don't remember specifically any of the episodes. It would just be on
Yeah.
a Sunday afternoon. But yeah, this movie it was a lot of fun. I really like John Lithgow. Doesn't matter what he's in.
always good.
John Lithgow
is great.
he is a great actor. I mean, he's very versatile. He can do
Yes.
serious, he can do comedy, he can do, so much.
A couple
And-
years ago, he was in a movie where he played Winston Churchill in a very serious role, and completely disappeared into it. And then he does something like this, or he did the TV show. Was it called Third Rock from the Sun?
Oh
Yeah,
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 that was a
yeah.
good
Which
show.
I always remember it being on, but I never
I've only
sat
watched
down and
a
watched
few
it.
episodes. Yeah, but it was good. Anything I ever sat and really watched, it was funny.
Cool. I know that's where we got or first saw Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right?
Mhm.
From
Yep.
that TV show.
Yeah, I did notice as I was looking up some of the characters, Nan, the mom,
Yep.
she was also in the Muppet movie, which if you look up the Muppet movie, have you guys watched the Muppet movie?
Was that the very first one,
No, this came, I think,
or
to see when the Muppet movie came out.
Was this the one from a few years ago with Jason Segel?
No, this is older because there's a lot of older, there's a lot of well-known like cameo actors in the Muppet movie. And I always love finding the tie-ins from these things.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
probably the 80s?
it had to have been it had to have been at the early 80s. But now my internet doesn't want to work in here. It hates me. I'm going back to Verizon, everyone. But yeah, so I was like, oh, that's a funny tie-in. But I love her too, the actress that plays the mom.
And she was the
She's in
mom
A Christmas
in Christmas Story. Yep.
Close Encounters.
That's right.
And Prince of Tides, which is actually a pretty good movie.
I've never seen that.
That you have to watch that one too. That's good. And then the son, falling into something else that I had totally forgotten was a series that I liked. Did you guys ever watch Amazing Stories?
No, but I know what you're
You
talking
heard of
about.
that?
Didn't Spielberg
Yeah.
produce it? And it was
It was good. It was
Yeah.
only 2 seasons. It was in '85, But again, so many cameos, like so many people wanted to be in that, and it was good. It was like really good. Other than that, the kid didn't do anything really. But like Kiefer Sutherland, Harvey
Yep.
Keitel, Kevin Costner, Milton Berle, John Lithgow was also in that.
Sure.
So I was like, oh, now I'm gonna have to find that and try and watch it because those were actually really good. I mean, is anything that Spielberg touches not good? I guess maybe.
I mean, most of his stuff's pretty good. We won't talk about the stinkers.
Uh-oh. And Andrew apparently has a list.
I have a list. I mean, his last couple movies haven't.
What's your worst? What's your most unfavorite Spielberg movie? I know you've got it right on the tip of your tongue. He's ready.
No, I don't have it on the tip. I'd have to think about it.
Or some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that later.
We'll circle back to that.
But yeah, the dude who played Harry, Kevin Peter Hall, he was also the Predator.
Was he?
Yes. I think I remember
I
reading
didn't know
he
that.
ended up passing away, right?
Yeah.
I think I remember reading that.
So
That's
they
right.
originally had Jean-Claude Van Damme play the Predator,
Oh, stop.
but he's pretty short.
Yep.
This dude is 7'2".
Oh yeah. 'Cause
So they
he's
wanted
gotta
a
be
monster
big.
to go toe to toe with Arnold, right?
Right.
So he played in the first two Predator movies. He played Harry in the first season of the Harry TV show, but he
TV show.
passed away
Oh.
halfway through filming the first season. And I think he played in a couple other things. But yeah, did you, Mickey? Did you recognize the actor Don Amici? He played the
Oh yes.
older guy who was also trying to find
Is that Dr. Wallace,
not
right?
not the squirrely guy who was trying to kill him.
Not the French
Dr.
guy.
Wallace Wright.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and he was in one of my favorite movies, Cocoon.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, I love
I
Cocoon.
haven't seen that either.
Oh, Cocoon
I
is
need
good.
to. I know Ron Howard directed that.
Yeah, I love him as in Cocoon. He's good. That's actually, I think you guys would really like that movie. It's got a lot of good actors in it. But it's just the whole idea of it is cute with the older people and they get young again and they do all these things. It's another feel good movie.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that I should have seen by now, but for whatever reason I haven't. So this came out 3 weeks before you were born, Alexa. June of 1987. $10 million budget, but made $50 million. So that's what I call an ROI, return
Yep.
on investment.
Absolutely.
It won the Oscar for best makeup that year. So
Oh,
yeah,
Who knew that Harry and the Hendersons was an
Right.
Oscar-winning movie?
I had actually no idea.
do you think the success of E.T. made it so that this movie could get made? Because I mean, he's not an alien, but he's still,
It's like adjacent.
Yeah.
like
I mean, I don't know
Whatever you wanna
I don't
call
know
it.
when Elf came out, but everybody loved that show, and that
Oh,
was,
yeah.
you know, I always when I think of Harry and the Hendersons, I also think of Elf. Like he
Mhm.
came from space, and they
Yeah.
adopted him as a family, and they kept him on, and even though he ate people's cats, it was fine. Like, there was no problem with that,
And he was so sassy.
and he was so sassy. But yeah, this one was great for me. I loved it. You know, we've got, you know, the family. They do some hunting. You know, the dad works at a gun shop. That's his dad's, you know, company, and he's up and coming. He's like the guy who's gonna run it. And then we accidentally hit a Bigfoot in the woods.
Who then just accidentally destroys our house.
Yes, yes. I mean, they think
Hey.
he's dead. He convinces them we should take this thing home.
yeah.
And
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Exactly. What could go wrong taking an 8-foot,
And-
ape man into your home?
Of course, you have the sassy daughter who hates all of it,
Yeah.
and then you have the son who goes, "Oh, this is cool."
Yeah. Oh, and the neighbor, she was.
Oh, yeah.
She's hilarious. The nosy neighbor, always trying to come over and see what's going on. But just seeing how they fall in love with him, and you know he falls in love with them, and you know then
Yep.
they all leave, and you know it was a lot. I loved it. I loved how it evolved, and then how the Dr. Wright and the guy that was chasing them, and his name is escaping me
The
right
French
now.
guy is
the
all I
French
can
guy.
think of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Jacques Lafleur.
Jacques, yes. And
a-
how they kind of
he's
at
a
the
real
end
pain, that
become
guy.
like, you know, buddies again, and they decide they're not gonna say anything either. And I know we were talking about the scene where, John Lithgow has to smack Harry, and he's like, "Go on, you have to leave, because it's not safe for him." So he has to make him think that he's that they don't love him anymore, And I swear to God, every time I watch it, I still cry. If it's not full on crying, but it's tears. And the first time I watched it with my daughter, she was like 4, maybe 3, 4, and she fell in love with Harry in this movie, and that happens. And all of a sudden, I hear this noise, and I look over, and she is sobbing.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, well, I've broken my child. Oopsie.
I was surprised when he actually hit him in the face.
Yeah. He meant business.
I can understand the part, go. We don't want you anymore. And then he just punches him in the face.
Right in the face. It's like, well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very quick. And then at the end, who knew Harry had a family?
Oh yeah,
Whole
yeah.
family.
I wasn't expecting
No,
that.
I was very
For the amount of times in my life that I've rewound that to see where they came out from, because all of a sudden they pop out and you're like, oh, they were there the whole time. So I'd rewind it to like scenes where they were talking, and I'm like, do I see them back there? Are they standing there the whole time?
I don't think they were standing there. At least I think they did a little movie magic where they edited that.
Definitely.
Because I would have seen it.
Exactly.
I should have rewound it.
Exactly.
But I had to rent that for $3.79 last night, so I'm not going to rent it again just to watch that part.
Well, I'll tell you what. I rented. I bought Pee-wee's Adventure.
Ooh.
Because I will.
I could have
watch
given
that.
you one. I have 2
Oh,
DVDs.
I will. Hey, for $4.99, if I don't have, that's half a Starbucks. It's worth the buy.
Starbucks.
That's worth the buy. I can watch that over and over again. I'm actually going to watch it with my mother over Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, this is one of those movies that I think if I would have seen it when I was 10, I would have absolutely fallen in love with it. It was kind of weird towards the end, leading up to the climax. You have a lot of guys with assault rifles running around the warehouse district in downtown Seattle.
Yes.
Looking for a tall, hairy dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
But if you think about it, if you give somebody a monster, people will, no matter what that monster is, if it's a fake monster or a person, they will sometimes fall to that like extreme. So,
Sure.
And he's trying to explain to that guy who was lying and saying, well, it jumped out at me. And he's like, well, what really happened was you fell off your bike because you were so scared, and he was more scared of you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? And the guy's like, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and it has the same themes of movies like E.T. and other movies that there were tons of in the 80s. Was it maybe Mac and Me? Where like,
Oh, yeah.
there's the creature who's the other, and some sort of law enforcement is trying to capture it or kill it or save it for an experiment or something.
Yep.
And then you realize, oh, he's just as nice as we are.
Yeah. We just want him to go home safely.
Now, here's a question. Do you think this movie, if done right, would be good to do a remake today? Because there's a lot of people within our age range that would have remembered seeing it when they were kids, who would probably go see it, take their kids to go see it.
I don't know that you can recreate Harry the way he was then. That actor did such a good job, and just
what if,
I mean it for the makeup. I mean it won the makeup. I mean it was it was
because they'd probably make him CGI now, and that would completely
exactly. I feel like
think
it
they'd
had
make
to
him
be.
CGI.
I don't know.
They,
I mean,
can't
I
help
would watch
themselves.
it. I'll tell you this: I would watch it, but I'd judge it harshly.
Sure.
I would.
Sure.
I would. Another scathing email would go out if it was not to my expectations.
Yeah, remember when he gets like a little bit of blood when he hurt his hand?
Yes.
I was like, let's see. Does that look real? It looked fairly real.
It looked fairly real.
But no, it was great. I'm a big guy. Like I always try to pay attention to the background of where things are shot, and it was cool seeing the Cascade Mountains there, and then of course Seattle, beautiful city.
Beautiful.
Want to visit someday.
I know it's on the list.
Seattle's such a cool city. It's I heard it's like San Francisco, but more rainy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts on Harry?
No, I recommend people watch it. Give it a good heartfelt try. You won't be disappointed, I promise.
Oh wait. One last thing. Now you have to disagree with this. Only a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's
It should be like at 80 in my opinion.
It definitely should be, but maybe just more people need to watch it and comment and let them know, because I feel like just more people, if more people refound this and watched it again, they would love it.
I think if I think today if people were to try to give it a more objective review, I think it would get better.
Agreed.
I'm just going to read this little part. Gene Siskel from Siskel and Ebert,
Mm-hmm.
he reviewed it and said, "It is a very manipulative movie that anyone who's seen E.T. has seen before." And then Ebert said, "What it lacks in any sense of awe about the fact that there could be a Bigfoot, an unknown creature living in the woods with a mind of its own, Harry is so cute, so gentle, so lovable that there is no sense of mystery and no sense of awe. There's no belief that he's really Bigfoot."
I think we're digging a little too deep.
I think.
Siskel and Ebert.
I think. But yeah, he talks about E.T., of course. But I think after the initial part of the family, especially the kids meeting him and seeing him, they're just like, oh, okay, well, he's here.
Yeah.
It seemed like they're maybe they could have written in a little bit more, but it's still good.
It's still good. It made a lot of money.
Yes.
And that's what they were going for. And so
That's an ROI. Another movie Alexa picked called Empire Records. Alexa, tell me about when you first saw this movie.
Well, I want to say I was probably in 10th grade-ish, and I believe it was my friend at school gave me the VHS. I think that's how I first seen it. Because I remember a large part of my routine during that time after discovering the movie was that because my first job was working at the Salvation Army, and I believe I was in 10th grade when I started at that job. So there was a Thai restaurant in the same plaza as the Salvation Army. On the weekends, I would get Thai food for my break, and then I would go home, eat my leftovers, and watch Empire Records. Like probably just about every weekend.
I love this routine.
And so I want to say that's how I first saw it, was that someone at school, I believe, let me borrow the VHS.
Who do you think that was?
She was a grade younger than me. I don't know if you remember her, but her name was Ellen Maurer.
I thought I knew everybody at our small school.
Apparently
but
not.
No, I don't.
Not good old Ellen Maurer, who was nice enough to loan her that, which she apparently kept forever and watched every day after work.
I definitely had it for a while.
Ellen's gonna hit us up on the internet and ask for her movie.
We
back.
are friends on Instagram.
Oh, well, there you
Yeah.
go.
What year did this come out?
95.
Okay. Oh, it makes perfect sense because I graduated in '96. So all the like outfits and the music and the whole thing was just so a vibe for me and my generation.
And I think before I seen it, I definitely knew about it because my favorite band of all time is the Gin Blossoms. And so Till I Hear It From You was a big song for them. It's not on any of their albums.
That's right.
It
Yeah.
was
That's right.
only on... So, like, the single was way more successful
Yes.
than the actual movie.
Yeah.
But I also love Toad the Wet Sprocket and Better Than Ezra.
There's a
They're
couple good songs
all
on there.
on
yeah,
the
they're on that soundtrack.
Something I noticed watching it this time, the soundtrack is there's music playing,
The whole
Nonstop.
The whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time.
which I liked. Now, of course, most movies shouldn't have that, and most movies don't have that, obviously. But for this movie, which is
It's part of its vibe.
it's part of its vibe. The plot isn't anything like a Christopher Nolan movie where you have to really pay attention.
Right.
And but it works with it, obviously, because they work at a record store. And then you have a lot of mid 90s, early 90s bands playing in the background, which is, I don't know, I really like that.
I think I think the reason the plot wasn't such a big deal is because for me, and maybe you'll agree, it's not the plot, it's the relationship of all the characters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's their friendships or their hard time, when a girl's had that, fight, or, them coming together to, save the day, and, the music outside and everybody, at the end where it's just that big party in the street. It's like, that's the vibe of the movie. It could have, the plot was just like, oh, well, there's a means to an end, but this was the whole feel of it.
Right. I'm still kind of questioning why at the beginning Lucas thought it would be a good idea to does he ride a motorcycle to
Yes, he does.
to
And he says-
Atlantic City to try to he has like almost $1 million, isn't it? Isn't it like
So-
900,000?
Yeah.
He takes that buddy that
Yeah.
he finds.
Well, he wants to
Yeah.
multiply it so the store doesn't get bought out by a larger chain store.
Plan fails.
Yeah.
Doesn't he say before he's about to do it, he says, "In the immortal words of the Doors, the time to hesitate is now." Or
Yeah.
is through.
Is through.
Yes. Lucas has a lot of good one-liners.
One-liners. Yeah.
Yeah, and the part where the one girl that works there, she comes in kind of late, and they say, or they mention that she has like cuts on her wrist. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, this turned very dark very quickly
And then they have
to an
a-
otherwise upbeat movie.
Right.
Then they have the fake funeral
Funeral.
for Deb.
Yeah, yeah.
And Deb, I like this actress. She
Yeah.
was in a
Robin
couple
Tunney.
things that I love. The Craft, of course, and Vertical Limit. Which, if you haven't seen Vertical
No,
Limit,
never heard of it.
It's got he played Robin in the Batman movie.
Oh,
Chris
Chris
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell.
Thank you, Chris O'Donnell. And it's actually pretty good. I mean, it's one that I will, if it's on, I'll always watch it. Encino Man, which is
Yeah.
I need to watch that again.
is good. And then End of Days, which I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Is that with
It's
Arnold?
Yes.
I remember when it came out when I was a kid. I'd
Yep.
never seen it.
And I love about that movie is that it doesn't turn out well in the end. It is the end of days.
It
There's
is
no
the
win
end
at
of
the end
days.
of that movie. But I like her a lot. And then I also like Ethan Embry that plays
Oh,
Mark.
yes. Yeah.
I love him as an actor, like his facial expressions, like
He's
all
He's so
of it.
goofy.
He's so goofy. Vegas
so
Vacation.
innocent.
No, I put in $1, I want a car. I put in $1, I want a car. I put in $1, I want a car.
And when he gets eaten by Guar
Oh yeah,
while
yeah.
high on the brownies,
yes,
his peak.
this movie is great. Can't Hardly Wait. Did you watch Can't Hardly Wait?
I have seen that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's funny with him in it too. Have you seen Can't Hardly Wait?
I haven't.
It's funny.
I
It's
think
one of
I
those
only ever seen
American
it,
Pie
like,
style,
once,
20
years ago.
things. Yeah,
But I have seen it.
but it's worth watching. It's pretty funny, but I do like him a lot.
So the store owner Joe, played by Anthony LaPaglia, this whole time I'm thinking, this is a knockoff Andy Garcia. He looks just like Andy Garcia, doesn't he?
I literally thought that's who he was at first when I started showing the movies he was in. I'm like, oh, this isn't the same guy.
But he's Australian.
But he's Australian.
He's what we recently watched. Ray and I recently watched. What's the one with Mike Myers?
So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yes.
Oh,
and he's
yes.
his best friend.
Yep.
in the-
Noggin, paper. Yes, got a giant cranium.
Yes. Yes.
Go cry yourself to sleep on your giant pillow. That is one of my favorite scenes, him and the dad.
When I was in high school, I worked at the Palace, and I worked out in the parking department. Like back then, you had to pay $7 to
Yep.
park per car. Now they just add a couple dollars per ticket.
Right. But
Whatever.
you had to collect cash.
I had to collect cash, and
Yep.
by the end of the night, I'd have like $2,500 on me as
Yeah.
a 16-year-old. I worked with I had never seen this movie at that time. I worked with a girl that said I reminded her of the little brat kid that tries to steal towards the end, Warren.
Warren.
Oh my
And
gosh,
I had no
that's
idea what she was talking
hysterical.
about, and then I finally watched it because she brought it home.
Right.
I'm like, oh man, am I this horrible of a person?
Right. You're like,
I need
what
to
part-
rethink my life.
What part of me does she think I'm like? I look like him? I act like him? Rethinking your whole life.
Yes. This might have been like, I mean, this movie wasn't very big, but the first feature film to have Liv Tyler and
Mhm.
Renee Zellweger.
Yep.
I could be wrong on that. I don't
Mhm.
know.
Or at least definitely some of the first. But I think you're
Yeah.
right.
I don't know
Yeah.
their filmography that well. But it wasn't probably too long after this that Renee Zellweger did Bridget Jones.
Hmm.
I know that movie was huge for her.
She was the one. Mary was trying to figure out what the blonde actress
Oh, that was
that was
2001.
in Texas Chainsaw, one of the Texas Chainsaw
Oh, yeah.
Massacres. It was
Okay.
her.
It was her.
Yep. So she was in one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
did
the same year. It came out also in
I
95.
thought it was maybe
The-
before, but
the return.
Oh, okay.
The return of the
she
Texas
was in that
Yes.
movie. The
Have not
same,
seen it.
Yep,
same
it
year.
was the same year.
and Reality Bites and Dazed and Confused.
Yes.
I do not remember her in Dazed and Confused.
Oh yes.
I've only seen it
she's-
once.
Yep, she's one of the friends.
I don't remember that, but I know Rory Cochrane, who plays Lucas, is in.
He's
Dazed
in
and
that
Confused.
too. Yep.
Yep.
Renee Zellweger's in Reality Bites.
That's what it says.
I'm trying
She-
to
I
Just says
haven't
she has-
seen that movie in a
I'm trying to
while, so I'd have to
remember-
rewatch it.
A minor role.
A minor role. I guess I'm forgetting that too. So I don't remember her. In that.
No,
but
she was so in Dazed and Confused. She was one of the friends. Like they're in the truck, and she was like, "What did she say about me?" And she's like, she's like talking about what they say about each other. She's not like one of the main two girls.
Okay, but she's like a ensemble.
Exactly.
And I was trying to remember what else I'd seen Debbie Mazar in. She's got one of those faces where it's like, yeah, she's equal parts pretty, but
Kind of weird looking.
kind of weird,
Like,
kind of
in
weird
in
looking.
a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got crazy eyes.
Yes.
Crazy eyes is a
So-
thing.
the-
Crazy eyes is a thing. Everybody.
it's a thing.
It's a whole thing.
Do people who have crazy eyes, does that make them crazy, or does the crazy make their eyes that way?
I think
Which way does it go?
I think they're born with the crazy eyes, and that's just a trait of being crazy.
And then other
Yeah.
people see those eyes and automatically think that person is crazy,
Yeah.
and then that person turns crazy because
And-
of how they're treated their whole life.
Yeah, and well, I think 9 out of 10 times you try and like figure out if the crazy eye person is crazy, and it usually is they're crazy.
Oh, okay.
Like in some way or another, there's something crazy about them.
All right, folks, and join us next time on our TED Talk about eyes and the craziness. So her first movie was Goodfellas, which was 5 years before this movie, who she was in with, I think, also Anthony Garcia. Wasn't he in Goodfellas?
No.
No?
Oh,
Who am I
Anthony
thinking of?
Garcia was, yeah.
Maybe.
Not this.
Who am I thinking of?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Ray Liotta.
You're thinking of Ray Liotta.
Anthony Garcia might be in it. I don't know. I'm looking through it real quick. No, I don't see him. Oh, a young Michael Imperioli was in it, though,
Mm-hmm.
from a movie or a show that we're not even talking about anymore.
One that's not on the list today, but
HBO. What was it called? With the mafia guys,
Sopranos.
Sopranos,
Mm-hmm.
which I just watched last year, and I love that show.
Sopranos
it
is
was
great.
so good.
Someone asked me what Yellowstone was like when I started watching it, and I told them it was Sopranos with cowboys.
I've heard that. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that.
It is very similar.
So, yeah. What's the dude's name? The singer who comes in for the day?
Rex
Oh,
Manning.
yes.
Rex Manning.
Rex Manning.
I haven't researched this, and I was trying to think what real life singer do you think he was based on? Because I couldn't really.
He reminded me of
Come up with-
like a Today's Day Partridge Family guy. Like I don't know what it was about him, if it was his hair or whatever, but he was obviously more like slutty and whatnot.
Just be more
Like, yeah, he had like a '70s look.
that's why it
Mm.
made me think that, because I'm like, he's like a Partridge Family guy,
So
like the one that
who-
everybody was like about, and I can't think of his name.
But
right now.
maybe a couple years past his prime, because
Oh yes.
remember there was that older lady in line
It's just
who starts singing,
Yes.
and then another girl was like, "Oh yeah, you're my mom's favorite singer or whatever."
Yeah.
So no, I didn't rewatch it for the podcast because I've seen it a couple times. What was the feud between Liv Tyler and Renee Zellweger? Were they both into this Rex Manning guy? And,
Liv Tyler for sure.
And then did Renee Zellweger slept with him or something?
She messed around with him in the
Okay.
store. Yeah.
To only get back at Liv Tyler, right? Because they're besties, but then they have a fight because Renee Zellweger calls out Liv Tyler for taking speed, which is how she gets.
Oh
the
yeah,
grades.
yeah. That's
so
right.
then they get mad at each other, and then just to get back,
See, I needed this. I did not remember that whole plot line right there.
knowing that it was Liv Tyler's plan to get with Rex Manning. She
Gotcha.
just goes ahead, beats her to it.
There's another after school special B plot there. Taking Speed.
Yeah. Taking Speed. Why and why not?
But then Lucas is like, leaves the couch, but he has the cushion. Didn't leave the couch. He's still holding it.
So this movie cost $10 million to make. How much do you think it made?
I remember I was looking at the wiki, and I did not realize like how poorly it produced or how negatively it was received.
Same here.
that.
I didn't realize that. I knew it was like kind of a cult classic, but I didn't realize at the time, which I guess I'm still kind of confused about what was it about it at the time. Well, I think I remember reading it was supposed to get this wide release, and then something happened, so it only got released to like 4 theaters. So of course
Oh, I didn't hear
it
that.
bombed.
Did they say why that happened? Why
I
did
think
they
it
release
was
that way?
a test showing or something where it did poorly, so they pulled back the.
Says the film was supposed to be a wide release that got pulled back to a 2-week run on very few screens due to the negative second test screening reviews from a Latino audience.
Okay.
After the positive reviews from a suburban white audience. Instead of 1,000 plus screens that it was supposed to go to, they only put it on 87 across the country.
Because I'm telling you, like my age, with it coming out in '95, like my junior year, senior year, like us, like my whole group, we would have loved this because this is so us. Like we loved going to record stores and buying stuff like that and listening to music and driving around, and it was just like that's our vibe. I could imagine we would have all gone to see it because I was wondering why I never saw it in the theaters because
Yeah, 'cause you
in
didn't
the
hear about it.
'90s I went to the
Yeah.
movies all the time,
Right.
like all the time. And I like, why didn't I ever see this? And I have my best friend, one of my best friends, Michelle. This is one of her favorites, and she's a few years younger than me. She's probably
Yeah.
also your age, and she's like, yeah, I watch it all the time. And I was like, what? That's the first time I watched it. We watched it at my house, and I was like, oh, I like this movie. How have I never seen it?
They didn't even have a premiere for it, which is weird.
Especially with a couple bigger actors in it.
And there was no national advertising campaign.
Hmm.
They sunk $10 million into it. It got a bad test screening, and they're like, well, that's going to be that.
And they
That's
just,
what I thought. It sounded kind of weird because
Yeah.
at that point, if you have all that money put into it, why not just see what happens?
right,
Instead
exactly.
of pulling back so far.
And the reviews didn't help. It has a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was surprised by
What?
that.
Which,
percent?
yeah,
35?
35, yeah,
Less than Harry and the Hendersons?
right. It says here.
I mean, it didn't win an Oscar or anything. But
here's the Rotten Tomatoes consensus. Despite a terrific soundtrack and a strong early performance from Renee Zellweger, the movie is mostly a silly and predictable teen dramedy. It is kind of silly.
So was Clueless.
Right.
Like, this is what people
Because
like,
I was going to say, I mean,
though.
that was kind of
was
the
kind
tone
of the vibe,
the,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like American Pie. That was just really a lot of just kids running around, having sex, saying weird things, doing stuff, and
Sure.
people loved it. There's 4 sequels. I don't feel like this is much different.
Yeah, I wonder if this is another movie that today, if
Now this
If
is a remake. But again, the whole scene is different. Like there aren't record stores like that, and like it'd have
Yeah.
to be.
what is the record store of today?
Oh, what's that one that's in Oakland Mall still? There's like a
FYE.
Yeah.
I don't mean like literal record store, but like
Oh,
what-
like the same kind of thing.
We're-
environment. Yeah.
yeah, where teens would go to hang out to.
They don't.
See, that's the thing.
They don't. They have this.
I know.
They don't. They don't go anywhere.
I also wasn't really thinking until recently that if that came out in 95, and I believe the first Lord of the Rings started filming in 99, so there really wasn't that much time between that movie and when Liv Tyler was in
What else did
Lord
she?
of the
She
Rings.
did Armageddon. That was probably
Yeah,
in
and-
between.
I think that was
And she-
98.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was probably in between.
So she ended up being in some pretty big movies after
yeah.
this,
Yeah.
but there really wasn't that much time in between.
No. But I did like it. I mean, it's fun for what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. It's the characters. You fall in love with their camaraderie and their stuff. And of course, it's nice at the end we save the day, and the record store doesn't have to close. And
I think I like too even when I was younger, how it all takes place in one day. Like
Yes.
this is the day in the life of these people.
yeah,
Like
they
and they
didn't
kind of
drag it out.
connected to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And this is so a couple years ago, someone wrote for the Guardian newspaper. Looking back on it now, what saves this film is its unself-consciously optimistic, goofy, principled spirit. Empire Records was about seeing the silver lining even in the most terrible, scrape the bottom of the barrel times, forming unlikely friendships, and finding family at work, challenging the financial security and mediocrity of signing on the dotted line and selling out, and riding out the highs and lows of an industry in its doom and gloom phase.
Yeah.
And then somebody wrote for Empire magazine, for all its faults, the good-natured, quirky humor that this, for the most part, offers ultimately makes it very hard to dislike.
And you have to remember, most of those actors weren't like mainstream good actors. These are young kids that had, like funny faces or funny quirks or different things that they would say and do, and it just kind of melded together. You weren't looking for it to be this amazing masterpiece.
Right.
I agree. But yeah, I think I came across, The Onion, the satirical
Yeah.
newspaper. They have a section called the AV Club where they write about TV and film. And someone had recently written about this, and I saw the headline, but I didn't read the article. And even the headline was like, Empire Records was the movie that should have been blah, blah, blah. Like, should have been so great, but it sucked. I'm
Yeah.
like, really?
Everybody's hating
It's not the headline that I would have written for this movie. But
I
whatever.
feel like it should have been like claw crane grabbed out of the bargain bin and brought closer to the top.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. All right, last but not least, the movie that I picked, for sure, my favorite comedy of all time. Probably in my top 3 movies of all time. Directed by a 26-year-old Tim Burton. He's only 26 when you made this masterpiece.
You just blew my mind. I did
Yeah.
not know it was Tim Burton.
Yes.
Shut up.
This is
This is why I love it.
This is his first big feature film.
Okay.
Think
I
about
did
that.
Not know that.
26 years old. Pee-wee's Big Adventure came out 1985, 40 years ago this year. On a budget of $7 million, which today would be $21 million. Made $41 million, which today would be $123 million. Only a 78 on Rotten Tomatoes, which it should be a 98.
It should be
folks.
in the 90s. It should be in the 90s.
Get your stuff together.
It should be an A- at least.
So I could go on about this movie.
I have so
for
many
3
notes.
hours.
I have so many notes. I had to stop. I was like writing. I was writing something every like 2 minutes because this for me and when you picked this, Andrew, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how much I liked that movie, and then I started watching it, and it just flooded back all of the memories of being a kid and at home. Like I was saying, when he tapes his face, I would do that and just like run out, and my mom would just be dying. My sister, I would quote this movie. I would laugh like him. I do the dance regularly. I will still at the bar do this dance.
Tequila.
Yeah, because anytime that song comes on, you have to do it. I mean, that's what everybody thinks of when you hear tequila. I mean, this is a great feel-good movie. I mean, it's hilarious.
What memory do you have of watching it for like the first time or no, first let me back up. When was the last time you watched it before last night or whenever you watched it?
Oh my gosh, it's been years.
Like
it has been
20,
years.
like at least 20?
Like at least 20.
Whoa.
It's been more than 10 for sure. More than 10 for sure.
Wow.
And this is a nostalgic, feel good. This is everything I wanted in this episode.
I know you on previous episodes you said you watched a lot of these with your sister. Do you think you watched this with her?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. This would have been one that we went to like, Blockbuster or somewhere, some video store and rented. And then at some point we owned it because we just loved it so much. And there aren't many things that my mother will fall in love with, but she just thought this was the funniest thing that she had ever seen.
And our parents recorded it, And I don't know if, because I think it was probably the first time it played on network TV, and I don't know if I had watched the TV show on Saturday mornings and liked it, and then one of my parents was like, "Oh, well, he likes the TV show. This movie's going to be on. We should record it." I don't know how that went. I'm sure my parents don't remember either. But on the VHS that we had, right after the movie was an episode of
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Pee-wee's Playhouse. Yeah,
Which is the first way I fell in love with him. Is that was
right.
hilarious.
And that came out a couple years after this movie. I want to say like 4 years after the movie was the TV show, and it lasted for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
But there's so many there's so many goofy things about this movie that just happen.
Oh,
Just
100%.
randomly happen, and the comedy is in the randomness of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Rube Goldberg machine that makes his breakfast for him.
Dude, the whole Wile E. Coyote-esque of his life in from his bed when he gets up and he pulls the thing, and it's just a whole. That's what it reminded me of at first. It's like, oh, it's like Wile E. Coyote, and
Yeah, it's like a Looney Tunes.
I mean,
type
my
thing.
first big laugh is when he picks up his like 2-pound weights and he's like, oh, and he just puts them down. He's like, ah.
And then after that Rube Goldberg machine makes some eggs, freshly squeezed orange juice, pancakes, toast, bacon. He pours Mr. T cereal on top of
That.
his plate of pancakes with a little face made out of
Oh, yeah.
bacon. He eats one piece of the cereal,
Yeah.
and then he's done.
I thought it was 2, but it
Oh,
was definitely.
it might be 2.
It was
with a
definitely
fork.
Oh, and his giant knife
Yeah.
and fork. I wrote that in my notes too. Forgotten about that. Hilarious. Oh, I didn't miss. It was not lost on the dental hygienist's giant toothbrush either.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah,
he's
yeah.
brushing his teeth and it's like this big. It's all as a hilarious. Oh, and he brushes the teeth with his finger on his little lion on his
Oh, yeah.
on his
On the
bike,
bike.
too.
Yep.
So I didn't miss the dental references either.
And then that bike gets stolen, and
Oh,
we don't know
yes.
who did it, but we might have a clue. Now,
Frances.
where do you think those two know each other from?
You know, sometimes when you're a kid, well, he obviously doesn't live that far from him because he goes all the way over to Francis's house. I'm guessing they're like neighborhood friends or something. Oh, yeah. The knocking hand still on there, too. That bathtub scene is one of my favorites in the movie. It's so hysterical. I love it so much. And it's just him giving them the fake gum, too.
Yeah. All the black stuff starts coming
Yeah.
out of Francis's mouth, and then the dad, it gives him like a.
I wonder if it's like spicy. That's what I always in my kid brain. It was like cayenne flavored or something.
I thought it was like electricity somehow in gum. I don't know.
Okay, see, I thought it was spicy. That's funny that the
Ooh,
electricity is a good take on it.
Yeah.
And
The
Francis was
bouncer.
in one of my other favorite movies, Teen Wolf.
Oh.
He was on the basketball team. He was one of the best friends.
It's been forever since I've seen that. I
Yep.
really don't remember that.
Yep, he was also in A League of Their Own.
I've never
Was the
seen it.
little he was the little boy grown up at the end.
Hmm.
And Little Giants, which is
Didn't he
also
play a
on that.
killer like
He did,
Jane
he
Wayne
played
Gacy?
He
Yeah,
played
yeah,
Gacy
yeah.
twice, I think, when I was looking up his stuff. He
Twice.
played it like a couple years. I mean, he's got that look to him. To say that for him, but yeah, my I would do Pee Wee voice a lot, or like the la 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 la, and I would run through my house doing that just because. I love this movie. I'm so glad you suggested this because this is one of my favorites. I mean,
It
I would,
is.
I'd still
It's so
will do
good.
his voice a lot, like a lot.
There's a certain, I don't know the term to use. It's sort of subversive in some ways, in an innocent way.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
like it subverts all your expectations about what this movie's supposed to be, but in the most unexpected ways. When he goes into that bar
Oh yeah.
and then he has an idea,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I know how to win these guys over so they don't kill me.
Right. The guy takes off his shoes and he's like my height. Takes them off.
And then remember he's a hitchhiker, and then the truck driver picks him up.
Oh, Large Marge.
Marge.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stop motion animation in this
Now that
movie,
you
and
say
that
that
is one
about
of
Tim
them.
Burton,
Yeah,
now I get it.
you get
Like
it. Yeah,
the claymation face thing that she does.
yeah. And then he has two different nightmares.
Yep.
One of them, there's that stop motion Tyrannosaurus
Mm-hmm.
that eats his bike, and then there's the one with the clowns.
Mhm.
That one scared me.
That clown one, I hate clowns.
I
that one scared me
I
too.
remember whenever we would watch this when we were little, in the way our house was, my bedroom was the one that was straight down the hallway. So I would run down the hallway straight into my room during the nightmare sequence of
Yeah.
the clowns because I just couldn't watch
She
it.
couldn't take it.
Nope.
And then
I don't blame you. Clowns are terrifying.
and then what's his name is there as Satan.
Yes,
He's
yes.
the ringleader
Yes.
of it. Francis.
Francis, yep. Francis. Oh, and
Uh,
all of the sayings. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Oh, and one of my other favorite scenes is when he's in the beginning when he's on the bike and he's like putting his feet.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
And then he falls and he like does a barrel roll in front of
Yep.
his kids. And he's like, I
I
meant to
I
do
meant to do
that.
The now play that in your mind. The physics of that happening, it's
Yeah.
completely impossible because he's sitting there like this, and then all of a sudden he goes forward like
It doesn't make
it
any
does not
sense.
make any
But
sense.
there's
at
a
all.
lot of parts that, like when they like fly off the cliff in the car and
Yeah.
he opens the
The roof.
cover so that the roof was like a parachute
Yep.
and they go down. I remember one of my other favorite scenes being the one where he's got like now it's cartoon eyes.
Yes,
in the
yes,
dark.
and there's all
And the cartoon eyes in the dark, and he's hearing stuff, and he's like, oh, and again, he reverts back to the things that he bought at the magic shop. He's like, oh,
Yep.
my glasses, and he puts them on, and it's all like and it's they're not real. They're like stuffed bears and lions and things, and he's like, ah.
at the magic shop with the heads.
Yeah, yeah.
That always kind of scared me too when I was little.
I thought that was so funny. Everything that guy pulled out, it was the whole thing is hysterical to me.
And then Dottie, she just wants to go out
Yeah, she just
One
wanted
time-
to go on a date.
and just something simple.
Please take me to the drive-in.
But he's a wild horse that can't be tamed.
No.
Can't believe he did
You know-
Elizabeth Daily like that.
She was in another movie that's a favorite of mine, Better Off Dead, with John Cusack.
I haven't seen it.
I'm pretty sure. Is there skiing involved in that movie?
Yes.
I have seen it.
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember
Okay,
it well,
I
but
know
I
I know your husband has to have seen it. 'Cause he's seen all the cool things too. He's my age. You have to watch Better Off Dead. It's funny. It's a lot of just trust me. You're gonna have to text me after you watch it. You're gonna love it.
It always comes up on a lot of lists when I'm searching like 80s
Yeah.
comedies. Yeah.
It's good because it's a little obscure, but it's definitely
I
bargain bin
don't
material.
remember it that well, but I know I've seen it because I remember there's skiing. But then this is also now just making me remember: is there a John Cusack movie that involves like surfing or something, where he's in New England and there's some kind of surfing competition? And I feel like I saw this movie more recently because of Ray,
No, I'm gonna have to.
but I'll have to look that one up.
I'm gonna have to look that up too. I do remember some sort of a surfing movie, but I don't remember which one it was, or if John Cusack was even in it. Text me and let me know what movie that is. But she was also in Devil's Rejects.
I've never seen it.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but I
Which
think I remember
is-
reading that.
You know, again, Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses. If you're gonna, fall wildly into a crazy horror genre, be prepared. That's a wild one. It's a wild
Ca-
ride.
Is,
Rob
it's-
Zombie is.
Is it pretty gruesome?
Yes.
Like with
It's graphic.
yes.
From
Yeah.
what I've read, it's like exactly the kind of movie that I would never.
It is
wanna
nothing
watch.
that you would. Yeah, this is why we would never watch any of those Rob Zombie movies on our podcast.
But I read about these movies that I can't watch, and so I've read about it.
So did you catch the cameo of what's her name? Elvira? She was in the bar. She was the chick in the bar.
Was she the one that grabbed him and
Yeah.
said, "Let me
Okay,
have him
yeah.
first"? I
Yeah.
didn't recognize her without makeup on.
Yep, that was her.
That's right.
That's an Easter egg
so,
I didn't know about.
You know, do you remember Phil Hartman from SNL?
He's one of the reporters that I
And-
did have.
He co-wrote it. He co-wrote the script.
Did he? He's hilarious.
Imagine if he was still with us, all the things he still would have
He
done the
was-
last 25 years.
He was one of the big, along with like John Candy and some of the other ones, a huge comedy loss
Yeah.
to our generation. I
Yep.
mean, he was funny. He could do so many different things, and he wrote a lot of things too that I didn't realize.
Yep, big time. Yep. There was Jan Hooks. She was the Alamo tour guide. She was on SNL in those early days.
Adobe.
Yeah. And then at the end with the biopic movie,
Yeah.
James Brolin plays him.
Oh,
Yes,
I love
yes.
that. I
Mr.
love that.
And then
Harmon.
Mo-
Paging Mr. Harmon.
That's one of my favorite. Paging Mr. Harmon.
Morgan Fairchild plays Dottie. And then we see what's his name from Twisted Sister.
Oh,
Dee
yeah,
Snider.
Dee
Dee
Snider.
I love that all of the people. That was one of my favorite parts too of the movie is that all the people that he encountered were all at the
Yes.
premiere.
Yes,
Him walking along and giving them their stuff. You know,
Mickey
and there's a
is-
Mickey in it.
Yeah, Mickey
That's right.
in the
Which
file
I
in the
love,
footlong.
What now? What you just said? What other movie does that remind you of? Going back a long time ago. Long time ago. Like one of the first motion pictures. One of the first color motion pictures. And in the movie, the
Wizard of Oz.
there
Yes.
you go.
Mm.
And how
And you were there, and you were there.
And
you
how
were
similar
there.
is this movie to Wizard of Oz? Both of the protagonists are on a journey to find something, and
Yep.
along the way, they meet these weirdos.
Yep. And they become friends, and they
This type of movie is my favorite.
yeah.
The road trip movie.
Yes.
We're on
Yeah.
we're
It's-
trying to find
oh,
something. The
It's
Golden
truly,
Fleece. The
truly
whatever.
an adventure when he ends up on the train.
When you
Jimmy
say
Crack
road trip,
Corn.
first of all, that old man. I wrote this in my notes. That old man has been in so many
Yeah.
movies, and he's perpetually 70 in
Yeah.
every single movie. I'm trying to think back. I'm like, have I ever seen a movie where he's young in it? No. Wedding Singer, same age. This, same age. Halloween that we just watched, he was the priest driving the truck that picked up the doctor. Same age. He's the same age in every movie. He's at least 70 years old.
I didn't know he was in all
Yeah.
these.
I mean, I guess my eye for sometimes your eye catches certain people and things.
Yeah.
That's it for me. I'm like, this old man is in so many things, and he's just I don't know. They've put him in formaldehyde, and he's going to be the same age forever. Another scene that always cracks me up is when he's driving with Mickey, and there's the police stop,
Yeah. yeah.
and he
the
dresses
outfit.
like a girl. And the cop's like, "Can you step out?" He's like, "I just wanted to see your lovely outfit, ma'am." And he's like,
Take a picture to
So-
last
"Picture
longer.
to last longer."
Now,
So weird.
one of my favorite parts of the movies, just as a one-liner, is when Pee Wee first gets in the car with him and he sees he has
The cuffs.
the cuff.
Yeah.
He goes, "Geez, what'd you do?" "Well, you know those do not remove tags on mattresses? Well, I cut one of them off." Because it does say, do not
Yeah,
remove. by
under
pen-
penalty
So
of law.
to this day, I still make that joke when somebody says, like, "Oh yeah, I back when I was 17, I did get arrested," and I'll be like, "Did you remove one of those do not remove tags?" And everyone looks at me like, "What?"
You know what? It's funny because I do.
I
that with
think
my
it
sis-
is
Anytime I buy
hilarious.
a pillow or anything that has a tag like that, I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and we know what we're referencing. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
know the exact movie, the exact scene, the exact moment.
Mickey, have you ever been to the Alamo?
I have not.
Did you guys go?
Mm.
So when I lived in Texas, I lived in Houston. Alexa and my parents came down. Did you guys fly into Houston or San Antonio? I can't remember. But
I can't remember either.
I think maybe you flew into San Antonio.
Mm.
And then when I got off work, I drove over the 3 hours from Houston to San Antonio. And we got a hotel in downtown San Antonio. And did you guys, because I didn't go to the Alamo, but you guys did.
Yeah.
But there's not much there, is there? It is not what you would expect.
I just remember there's like a tiny little gift shop.
Were you
and
hoping it would
isn't
be just like the movie?
it-
You were.
Yeah,
You
you
wanted
hope-
to be.
you
I'd
hope
be
to
very
find the bike
disappointed if I
there.
walked in and I was looking for all the stuff in the back, like the same.
Yep.
I would be really upset. And I'm
But-
sure it still doesn't have a basement.
It might now. I don't know. They might have built one just for this.
I just remembered too the whole montage of Pee Wee being in the rodeo and getting knocked out.
Oh, yeah.
And then he catches back up with Simone.
And Andy.
Yep. Oh god, because Andy's wearing the red shirt. One of my other favorites is the little like police type conference he does. And he's got everybody together and he's looking for, he's going over all the details of the bike and he's he's pulling all these things out. He's like pulls out the knitting and knitting.
It's like a giant cable knit sweater.
And he pulls out the pen. He's like, "What's the significance of this? I don't know." This whole
and then
scene.
Chuck is like, "We've been here for 3 hours, baby. What is all of this supposed to mean?"
It's like, it's hot in here. And he's like, "I feel like I've never been more cozy in my life." I wrote so many things because it all brought everything back. It's so. Oh, God,
every
it's so
scene in that is so well written. There's something memorable in every, whether it's a sight gag or a quote.
Oh, and when he tells Dottie, and she's like, "I want to go," and he's like, "I like you. I like you." It's so he was such a good actor. Like, I don't think people realize what a good actor he was.
Oh, yeah.
Another one of my favorites that he was in is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Never seen it.
The movie?
The movie or the show?
There's a
I
part
didn't
in
know
it.
he was in it.
He's in it, and he's like the main vampire's henchman.
Ah.
And he's got like long hair and stuff. And there's a part you will love this. In when you watch it, you're gonna die when you see this scene. And he gets his arm cut off, and he's telling Buffy, he's like, we can do everything you can do, but better. And she goes, "Oh yeah, clap." And then he dies, and this is the scene I'm talking about. It's one of those where he's like, and he's on the ground, he's going, and he's kicking the wall, and he's like, and then he finally falls over. It might be the best part of the whole movie. Honestly, he's just, everything I've seen him in has been hilarious.
I'm rewatching that show Portlandia. Have you ever seen it with
No.
Fred Armisen? It's just a bunch of sketches, but he was in one of the last episodes. He's a lawyer for two people who are arrested for being weirdos,
Yeah.
and he's got like really white skin and like almost like a Vincent Price like hair that makes you think
hilarious.
he really is a vampire.
Yeah.
Like in the show. It's so good. It is so good.
I remember he was in that movie. Is it Mystery Men?
Yep.
I do remember him being in that.
I've never actually watched
And
it.
probably watched it once in high school, but
Now, Mickey, did you watch any of the 2-part documentary about him?
No.
It's on HBO.
No, but I
It
wanted
is
to, and then I
so-
totally forgot.
So good.
And that's why I'm gonna have to add that to my list of things to watch while I'm laid up after surgery. 'Cause I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
watch the one about John Candy too.
I heard it's really good
I heard
too.
that was really good too.
So it's 2 parts. Each part I think is an hour and a half.
Netflix, you said?
HBO.
HBO.
Yep.
Okay.
And it goes all in about his childhood, what he was doing before he created Pee-wee, how he was doing a lot of like sketch comedy, and yeah, it's really good.
I mean, you have
Yeah.
to be able to like not take yourself seriously
Oh,
and just
yeah.
be able to have that instant, like,
Yep.
think of something funny and just do it.
Yep.
Or say, it's just, and he definitely had that. And
Absolute.
one of the other funny things for our family that involves this movie is my dad had a bike, just like this bike,
Aw.
without like the side things and like all the fun stuff. But it was this bike, and my dad was 50 when I was born. So imagine this is a 60, maybe 70-year-old man riding this bike around the neighborhood. My
Aw.
mom was mortified that he was riding this bike around. She found it so embarrassing. So I got him a bell phone. And I'm like, now everyone can hear him coming.
ding, ding, ding.
But we called it his Pee-wee bike because it was
Nice.
just like the bike.
Cool.
Mhm.
So we are at 70 minutes for this episode.
We
And
really loved we were in our feels with our
we were
feel-good
in
movies.
our feels.
I'm laughing at myself because there's not, there's a handful of movies that I've seen over and over, but typically I don't watch a lot of movies over and over. But Empire Records and Pee-wee's Big Adventure are probably 2 of the movies that I've seen the most in my life.
Sure.
Along with the Burbs and Nothing But Trouble. But yeah,
Right.
say Pee-wee's Big Adventure. We used to watch it all the time when we were little. We always watch it with our cousins.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even still, sometimes we watch it when we're all together with them.
Yeah, I said before we started recording this, I told Mickey I have 2 copies of this on DVD if she needs one, and that was because I couldn't find my original copy, and I didn't even really look that hard. I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna go buy another one because I
Doesn't
need to
hurt
watch
Because
it
you have
right
to have
now.
it right now. Right now.
And I think they're coming out with a Criterion collection of this because it's the 40th anniversary. So if anyone's out there wants to buy me a Christmas present, Criterion collection.
That would be
Pee-wee's Big
it.
Adventure.
Yeah, this is definitely worth a watch. If you haven't seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure,
Where have you been?
where have you been? Watch it.
I know you and I, Andrew, more recently watched Big Top Pee-wee.
Yeah,
and
Big
that
Top.
was the only time I've seen it, and that came out first, right?
No,
Oh,
that came out-
That was after.
3 or 4 years after
Okay.
this one.
Because I guess I remember. I mean, I definitely didn't like it as much as this one, right? But this one, in some regards or areas, has like a little bit of a dark undertone to it, and
yeah.
that was completely missing from Pee-wee's Big.
Yeah, there's
or
nothing
Big Top Pee-wee.
nothing-
There's nothing like sinister about
nothing
it.
subversive about
Yeah,
it.
No.
That they could have. You can tell Tim Burton did not have anything to do with that movie.
No, exactly.
Anything else, ladies, you'd like to add before we wrap up this episode?
No.
I
just-
I might just have to say in regards to Pee-wee lastly, when he finds out that the bike is on set of that TV
God.
show, and he's just like, I'm just gonna be a nun and be on the set and just take it. And
While they're filming.
while they're filming, and then they end up on that chase through all the
The
other
hilarity
movies
of
that
Oh yeah,
chase.
the whole Warner Brother lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
and
that's
the
right.
pet store scene where he's
Yes.
saving all the pets,
And he's got
he
the
comes out with the
snakes.
snakes at the end.
Oh, terrifying.
That would be me with spiders.
All right, folks, thank you for listening to this longest episode yet, episode 5 of It Came from the Discount Bin. We'll catch you next time. And I am Andrew Walker, and we also have
Alexa Harnack.
Mickey Jackson.
Mickey Jackson this time. Once again, thank you, folks, and we'll catch you next time.